I've had a rooftop tent for over 5 years now. Here's some stuff that I've learned. If you're thinking of picking up one of these bad boys, here's what 5 years of actually owning one has taught me. Let me just say why I bought it first. I have been a big camper for a big chunk of my life. I love the outdoors. I love exploring. I love just being in nature and being out of service in places that you just can't stay connected. Sometimes you got to disconnect to reconnect. I got this because I was tired of just doing the basic tent camping. I'm a lazy camper in some ways. I wanted something a little bit quicker and easier to set up than those tents with all those poles, and something that I could take along with me while I'm on the go. This tent has been something super amazing for me, my travels, my camping experiences, and even with my partner and my dog, it has been phenomenal. Overall, I just got this because I wanted camping to be a little bit easier for me. Easier 100%. As you guys could see in the setup, it literally only takes me a couple minutes to flip this out, put all the bars in, and have this baby ready and rockin' to go. It also comes with an annex room that I'll put a clip in here that I just recently filmed. The annex, it doesn't take a lot to set up. I just didn't want to pull it out and set it up right now because it's getting a little bit hot right now. As you guys know, the summer's been a little bit of a hot one. So let's talk about some things that I loved about it. One, convenience. Easy setup, easy to travel with, easy to get to the campsite with. Easy to load my car up with all the camping gear, unload, and set this baby up together. So what's one? Two, I've got a projector, little mini fella that I watch movies up here when I'm up camping. Download some stuff onto your phone and watch a good little movie up there while you're enjoying your camping. Me, I grew up watching movies to go to bed, so every now and then I've got to have a movie. I love how fast it is to unfold and set up too, super easy. The other thing I love about this is I call this my treehouse on wheels. I just love it. I love the whole setup. I love how it looks. I love how it looks when it's set up. I think it looks super freaking cool, and it's also super comfortable. It didn't come with the thickest mattress inside of it, but just enough that I can set it up. And another thing that I love about it is just sleeping off of the ground. You don't got to worry about the bugs. You don't got to worry about all the things getting you. It's got all these nice bug nets in here. 2 zippers, by the way. So you got lots of security inside of here. You feel nice and cozy and safe. I've put a heater up here so it keeps you warm. I would say it keeps heat in super, super well inside of here. Put a heater in. I call it preheating the tent. Preheat things to go to bed. Super cozy. I have overall just super loved it. I have had this thing for quite amount of time. It's withheld. The material is super durable. It is super light, easy to fold up, easy to put out. Everything about it I feel like is easy. I can have my whole campsite pretty much ready and set up within 15 minutes. And that's just something that I don't normally get with a regular tent. I'm not that guy that you can jump in and set a tent up super quick. I don't like them. I don't like the poles. Heck, even I got rid of all my pole tents and got quick setup tents just because I'm in for ease and I want to just get there and relax and start enjoying my camping scene and not have to worry about setting up all this stuff. When I first got into camping, I was actually just sleeping in a hammock and sleeping bag, and it kept me quite cozy and warm. And this is just the upgrade from a tent and from a hammock. And so overall, it's been amazing. I think another thing is this thing is great for rainstorms. I have had quite the camping experiences where I've been stuck in this bad boy and it has been coming down. It's been so windy. The stakes have held the annex down. This thing isn't getting blown all over the place. It actually stays super well in place. I've got it super well secured to the top of the car here. So I don't always worry about a lot of stuff, especially rainstorms. It's fun to hang out in the annex, play some card games, talk with your friends, just have a good time overall. The worst part about this is talking about the bad things, and as much as I want to say that I have nothing bad to say about this rooftop tent, there's always something that you can gripe about. I love the little light bar that's inside of here, but it drains batteries so fast and it's not super reliable. Now, is it nice for when you're getting into the tent, especially when it's super dark at night and getting set up? Yes, phenomenal, and I love it. And maybe I'm just being a little bit harsh on that, but is it the most practical thing? I find getting up with a little lantern sometimes even just a little bit easier. And in my 5 years of having this tent, I've barely used that light bar. So for me, it's not a must-have feature. The other cons to this is when you're getting set up, you tend to scratch your car a lot. And I have unfortunately scratched my car a bunch, not only with removing the poles and having the poles slide and unfortunately hit some of the metal placings, which now being 5 years experience, I don't really have those troubles as much anymore. But when I first got this, I scratched up my car a bunch and it made me super sad. One of my last gripes is buy from a great manufacturer. Some companies that are very trusting and read the reviews of everything. I just went to a local store and bought this, and unfortunately I've had a lot of issues with the company here at OVHS. I'm waiting a year now for my Velcro straps. I actually had to re-rig up my old Velcro straps because they told me they were going to send me a rooftop cover replacement and Velcro strap replacements, and it's been over a year now. But I have followed up every month. Not once have they followed up with me or gave me an update on the situation. I've had to follow up every month. They respond, but not to give me updates, not to let me know, and to have me waiting a year for Velcro straps to put the cover back on. So I unfortunately had this go through a bad windstorm last year and had to fix some stuff within the tent, and also my cover being blown off constantly and then end up being ruined on the freeway. On the bright side, they did replace the cover again for free at no charge, but overall it's just been a hassle and a bit of a mess, so I'm not a big fan of their customer service. So while you're out and getting rooftop tents or browsing, just make sure you look into the manufacturers and the companies you're going to be working with after the fact that will deal with any extra issues or product replacements that you have. My last overall issue in this, I would say, because it's hard to find a lot of issues with this bad boy. The material has lasted very well. I do have a couple places forming some holes, but that's just wear and tear in use. And the first 2 years of having this, it actually lived on my car and didn't come off. So I got a lot of driving experience, got a lot of time to figure out what works and what doesn't with these tents. And also, it tanks your gas mileage. But that wasn't what I was going to say. But that is another con right there. The mattress in here, you can see it's a thin mattress. It's not the most comfortable. You're not going to be up here like, oh, I'm the coziest person ever. I would probably recommend a foam topper, just a thin one, for inside of a rooftop tent, just because it's not always the most coziest place to be, or is going to make you sleep the best. I wake up sometimes when I'm out camping with my back hurting just a little bit, or wake up feeling a little bit uncomfortable in how I've slept. So that's another big thing that I would say. If you're looking into getting one of these, just make sure that you check out the mattress, see how thick it is, and maybe look into getting a thick foam pad for the top of your mattress here. But overall, I don't have a ton of issues with the tent. I've really enjoyed this whole thing. The rainfly has been absolutely amazing for keeping rain out. Overall, I think the positives outweigh the negatives. I've had such a great time in this. I've had so many great experiences. I've had a lot of people want to check this out. Hey, can I come in and see what that looks like? And I always get giddy when people ask me that, or if they can see the tent and see what's going on in it or how it's laid out. It's something that I really, really love. It's not something you see every day, but having the time and experience and knowing how to use and set these up and how they work on a car. When I first got this, I was so afraid that this thing was going to rip the bars off the top of my tent or off the top of my car. And I was so worried just going down the freeway that I'd have my sunroof open and I'd constantly be watching it. But now I'm to the point where it doesn't bother me. I get in, I strap it all in, and I feel confident about it. So that's another thing, if you're getting into these, don't be afraid of it being on the roof and having it being mounted on there. It is a thing to get used to. It does tank your gas mileage, but it's way worth having. So what have I learned about this? I've learned that camping doesn't always have to be so complicated, and it can be easy to set up, and it can be so fun, especially because that's a big stressor, getting to the campsite and getting set up. So one, I've learned that it can make things a lot easier and a lot more fun. I've learned that using one of these, I believe it's a ratchet wrench, I'm not entirely sure, but one of these to screw it on and off is super simple for installing and taking off. I would not change these for the world. I've tried to get one of those drills that can loosen things up from the side, but unfortunately it can't beat this. It scratches the top of my car. This guy does not. I've learned that when you undo the cover, you can use it as a windshield to cover your car from getting hot. Learned that manufacturers can build a great product, but they might not always stand by their customer service and how they help you. Overall, I've learned how to refine my camping systems and storages and how I pack and get things rolling to get to the campsite and not be so stressed out. And finally, the thing that I've learned the most is just having fun, and having fun with a product that you love, having fun with the outdoors, and having fun camping. Camping doesn't need to be so stressful. Camping doesn't need to be anything other than fun, getting there set up and enjoying the things that you have and not having a ton of problems. I see a lot of stuff with RVs and all other stuff where you can't have fun because you have so much going wrong. I have so much that goes right with this thing rather than going wrong when I'm out and about and having fun camping. That's just a big thing for me. Camping's got to be simple. Camping's got to be fun. So then I guess I got to ask, was it worth it? Yes, all day it was. This was one of the best purchases that I made. I made this during COVID, and I stand by it. This has been one of the best things to get out more, to get outdoors, to enjoy things, to go up mountains, to get set up, to do so much. I have taken this thing off-roading. I've taken this thing as a pavement princess. I've been all over camping with this rooftop tent, with this Subaru, and this whole setup. And yes, I would buy a rooftop tent time and time again. I think the rooftop tents are a very, very great purchase and well worth the time, the effort, and the money that you put into these things. Because after the first purchase, me personally, I haven't put a lot of money into this other than buying new covers. I think it being 5 years later and this thing still being on my car says a lot about the product, says a lot about how I love to camp, says a lot about this rooftop tent and getting out in general. So if you're looking to put a rooftop tent on your SUV, on your vehicle, I would definitely recommend it. I would check the rating on your bars and all of that, and that your car can handle one of these. I made sure I went through my due diligence and my research and making sure that this would all work out, and it does. So if you're looking to get into one, get one. I definitely recommend getting one. 100% worth it. Just make sure you do your research, make sure it fits your vehicle, and make sure you're not setting yourself up for a bunch of problems and nothing but fun, because they are definitely worth it. So thank you guys for watching so much, and subscribe. I will have some more camping content coming out here in the near future. I appreciate you guys so much.